Well, this is another midnight worry show, and I went to bed early and I got up because my mind was just filled with boundaries, lines drawn in the globe here. Oh, I said, what am I missing here? Did I miss the whole range war going on in Montana? The 1883 Cirrus show and Yellowstone in Montana, Cowboys, Paramount made a couple of series and I wasn't on it. I wasn't going like, wait a minute, that's my grandpappy's territory. He wrote a couple of stories, cowboy type stories, and taking place in Montana. And you know, how come I did pick up on 1883 and Yellowstone? Rena Easton, she lived right on the boundary of Yellowstone National Park. I blogged on that. I blogged on her husband's her cattle ranch, small little dinky cattle ranch, but it was a cattle ranch. It had been in the family for a couple of generations, the Thessa family, down in Montana. And she lived in a little trailer overlooking their cattle. And I got it on a Google map, and I could see the cattle. I could see her little trailer house, where she supposedly wrote me this long letter. And it was the strangest letter anybody ever got from the most beautiful woman in the world who ended up living in Montana. She came from Nebraska. So, talking about range wars, and I didn't really get on that, see, because I got my, Bond movie book, Victoria Bond, the Royal Janitor. So I sort of jumped off that. I got fixated on that, and I got, up against the Broccoli dynasty, the Bond movies and stuff. I said, shit can that. I should have gone on the Montana Ranch cavalcade or whatever it was. Hollywood's actors running around and saying, let's make a series in Montana because this guy, Mr. Presco, he's on it. But he ain't done a thing of it. He's got it all over his blog. And his blog, the biggest blog in the world, that's all over Montana. He's the real deal, but he's too busy. He's fixated on this beautiful woman that lived on a cattle ranch in Montana, and he didn't exploit her. Well, hell, I'm going to exploit them. They get their script writers and see Montana cattle ranch. Okay, we got to say I'll sell this for $100,000. Okay, yeah, it's a hit series. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Well, where the hell was I? No, just look at our map here. Look at the globe there. That's Montana right there. Come on in on that, huh? Kept saying I'm going to go there. I had this weird idea about Artaud and Van Gogh showing up, for the Bozeman Art Festival. And people go, this guy doesn't, what does Europe have to do with America and Montana? Not a thing. Yep. Well, that's a lie now because of that brave Jew in Ukraine standing up to the most powerful oligarchs, richest men in the world. They took over Russia. They got cattle in Russia. They have cowboys, equivalent of cowboys in Russia. Probably they do. I got to check that out. Yeah, see, that's it. I'm the copy. See, everything I write now is copyrighted. And all my videos are copyrighted. under special copyright made for ministers. And I'm a man of God. I'm a minister. I took over the Herbert Armstrong's Radio Church. See, and I'm running for governor. You know, so I got a dog in this hunt. You know, I can make a series down in South Carolina, where my people are coming from. Let's see. Let's go over here, South Carolina, right there. Hey, I gotta get on it. You know, I've been backed off by people, crazy people. People threatening my life. You know, people going nowhere. Dumbass people, violent people, crazy people. You know, and I'm gonna have to say, Robert Brevoort Buck, selling my family legacies and stories to outsiders really took the meat off my grill. Meat off my grill. That's what Robert Brevoort Buck did. I was looking at the Rosamond prints on the internet yesterday. It ain't worth nothing. There's zero. See my sister's beautiful artwork up there. And how much they go for? Zero. Nobody's buying them. Got some outsider to write the biography about my late sister. His grandfather wrote short stories in Out West magazine. He lived in Montana. We got people buried in there. The Rose kin are there in Montana. There's a mother and her baby buried in the same coffin. Apparently, she died at childbirth, or what I'm thinking of the that big plague or that cholera, whatever it was that went across America that killed millions. See, I got more material than you can shake a snake at. And I've got people come in here and basically rip me off. I got to see an attorney. These people had to come across my blog. My grandpa, I'd say ranch, Montana. Oh, there's Mr. Presco stuff. Just ignore it. Yeah, but now I'm running for governor. Can't ignore me now. Can't, sweep me under the rug. That's Oregon's got a vested interest in these movies being made about cowboys and ranchers and shit. Don't they? Well, I'm going to show you how. I've been showing you how. With my kin John Fremont, Jesse Fremont, and her husband, Senator Thomas Hart Benton. And they were good friends with, oh boy, there goes the memory right there. Famous, trailblazer, Kit Carson. Yeah, good friends of my kin. I'm not going to say I've been a sheep on the job. I'm trying to save the world here. Trying to save the world. That's what I've been up to. Other people just be greedy, grabbing what they want. Yeah, well, I don't care about the world. I just care about making some money in Hollywood. Okay, now we're going to go to Euro Trump and the oligarch. See, I just finally figured it out. I posted on his first wife was born in Bohemia, Czechoslovakia, where my great-grandfather comes from, and where I did genealogy. It turns out I'm, related to the Schwarzenberg family. They got all these castles, big-time land owners, big range owners. See, Bowie means cowboy. The Bohemians come from the word cowboy. And that's because they were cattle herders. big time in Europe. And they would have these big hats and these capes. They'd be standing out there tending their herd. They didn't have horses. They didn't do it on horses. But that's the cowboy, ancient cowboy roots. My blood, apparently, Ivana's blood. She had a son by Donald Trump. And Ivanka, is that also Ivana's child? But that's the little princess, see, Princess Trump. So I'm thinking that when, I mean, Trump was there. He was in Czechoslovakia, courting that beautiful woman that could ski down a hill like you wouldn't believe. And she had been pointing out these castles to him. You know, who owns that? Oh, the Schwarzenberg family. But the Nazis took their property away, and then the Soviet Union, and they're trying to get them back. Really? Well, they make some fine hotels. I wish I could get a hold of them. Well, you got to be related. You got to be a Czechoslovakian. You got to have Czechoslovakian blood in you to make a claim on those castles, Donald. Really? Well, how about you and I get married and have some kids? Huh? You and I? Well, what are you talking about? Well, we have a child. That child will have some Czechoslovakian Bohemian blood in them. They can make a claim on them castles. Well, are you using me, Donald? Oh, no, I ain't marrying you because I want these 100 castles so I could turn them into the Trump hotels for tourists. Americans coming from, I'll open these castles up, bed and breakfast. Donald Trump's bed and breakfast castle. Okay, well, I guess that's okay. But you don't, you sound like you care about me and the children yet to be, So that was a dream, see. This woke me up in the middle of the night. It's all range war. Everything, it's land. Everybody wants a land grab. That's what Europe's about. Kings and queens are leaving all their shit to their oldest son. Then he died and he leaves it to his oldest son, see? And Donald wanted in on that. He's got a fake family crest, the Trump family, all over Key Largo or whatever, Margot Lee or whatever that place is in Florida. He's got throw pillows with his fake coat of arms on it. So he's over there in Russia with his beauty contest, and I bet you a lot of men that have real coat of arms were hanging out, see if they can pick themselves up a pretty wife. Them European men with titles and stuff, they married a lot of rich American women starting at the turn of the century, just before. But then, they started looking for women, beautiful women, to beef up their bloodline. See, because American had the most beautiful women. See, and that's why I think Commander Ian Easton married Rena. He says, I got to get me some good American beauty beef in my family tree. Family Isle of Man. See, get them over there on the Isle of Man. These beautiful beauty queens. See, that's what Rena was. Sisters were all models. And then he saw her at a party. He said, that's the woman for me. I got to get her at the chapel because I want her to have my kids so I can have beautiful children. Okay? Because I got the property. Let's see, where is it? Oh, yeah, right here, England. That's England right there. See? Okay, so here's a Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia. You know that Putin's after that. I told my ex-friend Spooka Noodles, I said, keep your eye on Czechoslovakia, because anybody that starts a war in Europe got to go through Czechoslovakia. And then there's Melania. She's down here in Yugoslavia, you part of Yugoslavia, you whatever, down there. So, yes, I said to one, I said, how come the first lady hasn't started some kind of charity for the people, refugees from Ukraine? How come she hasn't got on the news and it says, I am the Melania, First Lady Melania, and I feel so bad for the people of Ukraine. I've started a charity organization to take care of the little babies that are fleeing that bad man. Well, no, he's not a bad man. He's a partner of my husband, the ex-president. No, he's not really the ex-president. Well, I'm so confused. Well, maybe just forget it. Maybe we just won't have a little charity fund for the little wee babies that are having to flee the Ukraine because, well, I don't want Donald Trump to divorce me and be cruel to my children, especially Ivanka. He's got a crush on her, That's how they are. See, Europeans have been like, you read European history, the kings, the queens, they're just like this. I said, what? How come CNN and MSNBC, the Washington Post, everybody, Yorker, hasn't said what I'm saying to you? That's Euro Don. That's Euro Donald. He's got a golf course in Scotland where his mother lived on this crazy island. He's from this little crazy island off the coast of Scotland. So he put his mama's roots there, got that cover. Then he's looking at Ivanka, cute little princess daughter. Says, I'm gonna get my little daughter, my little princess, a castle in the home of her mama. We'll see. Then there's the beauty contest. He's trying to get Putin to pay attention to his beauties. This is the big range war now. This ain't that bullshit, that fake stuff going on in Montana that Sam Elliott is involved in, and God knows who else. These fake cowboys. Oh, look like I have a cowboy hat. I'm a cowboy in Montana rancher. Well, I know the real deal. She was the most beautiful woman in the world. I rescued her. See, this is a whole big. It's a Greek mythology. See, the woman tied to the rock and I come along and save her. Was that Perseus? And then there's the King Arthur and the whole thing about the maid and the dragon. Oh yeah, what's his name? George somebody. George Rougemont, I think his name. He saved this beautiful maiden from the dragon. Yeah, that's what I am. See, that's what I did with Rena. She ends up in a ranch in Montana. See, I've been saying all this, but I didn't really, cash in. I said, go on, just write about the page. What your idea about the beautiful Rena Eastern of Montana and the ranch and stuff. Send it off to see someone to buy it, Netflix, HBO. Yeah, I could have done that. I'd be a rich man right now. I didn't. But I got some stories, don't I? I got a whole bunch of stories, and I'm gonna spend the whole next month writing a synopsis, one every 3 days, and sending it off. And I ain't gonna tell you anymore what I'm gonna, what my movie idea is. I'm gonna publish it for free. I've been giving it away for free. But I'm going to, don't you? I got to get in on this Dutch thing. Laura Rougemont, boy, sure stood me up. Her father, Sis Rosemont, he was for me. And for me wanting his daughter to play Victoria Rosamond Bond. That talked about the airplane, that the Dutch airliner that the Soviet Union shot down, and that long stream of black hearses coming, bringing the Dutch dead home. See, I'm going to be blogging on that again because the Dutch set 500 Stinger missiles that'll bring down a Soviet jet, and they sent them to Ukraine. And all these European nations are sending weapons to Ukraine. That brave Jewish sense from a man to fight the beast, the bear, and the oligarchs. See, and that's what Putin offered Trump when he became president. He remembered, wait a minute, is that the guy that wanted to start some hotels and all them castles in Czechoslovakia? Yeah, get him on the phone, see if he still wants to be an oligarch of Czechoslovakia. I bet he does. He said, boy, he was thirsting for a coat of arms. I want a real coat of arms. If I just get my roots, my ex-wife's roots over there in Czechoslovakia, and get Ivanka into one of the big Schwarzenberg castles. See, why put a claim on him? I did. I wrote Carl Schwarzenberg. I says, the Shinshan family, it isn't extant. See, they came down through the Lee family in Rosamond to the Rosamond, and all the Rosamond kin here in America, and they're Ozarkian Southern redneck people. They own them castles. I told them. I announced it to the world, and I woke up this morning. I said, Donald, Euro Donald is after my castles. I said, this is the biggest Range Rover store in the world. The little old man, the poor little old man who gets $780 a month to live on, and Mr. Euro Donald. He's not American. He's got his TV station, Fox News. It's all Euro now. It's all Russia. They're backing Putin because they know that Donald has been promised Czechoslovakia for starters, and he's going to just get United States of America out of NATO, out of the UN, and he's going to, come on in, Mr. Putin, bring their army with you. Hurry up. You could start with Czechoslovakia so I can get my castles all, get my refurbishers in there, turn them into bed and breakfast. Big, them castles, man, they make a great hotel. Yeah, come on, Mr. Putin, bring your army in there. Come on. I'll back off NATO over here. Yeah, forget it. I hate them people. They're just little, they're not even oligarchs. They're just old money, We got to bring in the big oligarch money, see, and I'll be one of you. Okay, go on. We're off to Czechoslovakia, see, because that's it, see. Because I keep saying it. See, you read the history of Bohemia. Everybody who wants to conquer Europe has got to go through Czechoslovakia. And that's why Bohemianism is associated with putting your tables out in front of the restaurant and eating outside, because everybody that would conquer Czechoslovakia would put a curfew on the people. And they didn't like having a curfew on them, so they defied the curfew by taking the tables out of the restaurant, putting them on the street, and having their dinner out there. Fuck you. Fuck you, Mr. Oligarchy guy. I'm gonna turn Bohemia into a chain of hotels. over my dead body. So I'll be bringing you the world news from now on, the Euro news, now that we know that Donald Trump has had his design on Europe for a mighty long time. See, and the January 6th committee is saying, he broke the law by trying to get the vice president to overturn the elections. So it's pretty much official now that he's a traitor, full-blown traitor. And I got the biggest range war story in the world. All right. This is John G. Presco, and this is the Midnight Weather Show. Onward up I see in Bohemia, which is just the other side of Montana. I got some big ambition now, don't I?